Previously on Double Progression Trouble!
I promise I'm not throwing.
Sophie, are you playing a 50-card deck?
From my deck, I would love to summon a Moki Moki.
This is both sides of the field! I lose! Yep. Banning brain control.
Let's ban a Kibio Drakmord. Not a good situation to be in. I'm gonna set and pass.
Alright, I win.
I'm gonna kill the Lele. Come on, it's so good.
You're not even gonna kill the Lele. Your deck is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I wasn't laughing game one because it's very difficult when your friend has a funny prank, but you are fully the victim of the funny prank. Dumb big guy equips versus actual little guy turbo. It can only go up from here. Double Progression Trouble starts now. Emergency rule change. We're stopping in the middle of the intro. We're not gonna try not to do this super often. Sophie, do you want to explain how we're changing the rules?
Yeah, I can do this. As you'll probably know, because I assume you've been watching the series by this point, the way our bans work is after game 1, we'll both ban a card, and then if someone gets 2-0'd, they get an additional ban. And we do like that structure, basically, and it worked fine for the beginning of the series. But now we're running into a state where because we're using an actual side deck, rather than being able to change up your entire deck in between games, banning after game 1 can suddenly become pretty problematic, right? Like, last episode, for example, if Jesse just got mad and decided to ban human wave tactics, suddenly I'm stuck with a completely unplayable deck going into games 2 and 3. Which means I would basically have no chance of winning because my deck just got banned out from under me. Now, I mean, obviously I didn't win anyway, but at least I had a chance because my deck was still functional. So to avoid situations like that, we are going to still have the normal ban. If you go 0-2, we will ban immediately after game 2. That will be in place if we decide to do the game 3. But we are going to move the mutual ban from after game 1 to after the match finishes. Whether that be someone winning 0-2 or 2-1, we're gonna wait till the end to do those bans to avoid, mid-match deck destruction, so to speak.
So, here's the thing, viewers. I know we banned a huge number of cards. I know we have lowered the power level of the format to an astounding degree, but even I was shocked and a little appalled to find the power level of the format was low enough that something as silly as Moki Monarch can win at least a game. Sure, it didn't take home the match, but the fact that it was even passable in Game 1 sets a huge precedent for this season. And that precedent states that Sophie and I can get away with playing a lot of absolute dog shit. Now, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna throw myself at the first stupid deck list I can produce with my card pool. I'm still playing to win, and I would love to keep my win streak going today. But since we are starting this new season in the lead, I am going into today's episode with more of an ear for strategies that sit in the center of the Venn diagram between silly and playable, and now I know for a fact that that overlap is more than I initially thought.
Well, I have no idea how I'm supposed to stop Moki Monarchs in terms of stupid decks I can play, but I'm hopefully gonna be able to figure something out after Elemental Energy. This set, like most of GX, is not very good, but it does have some interesting jank stuff in it, notably the Dark Worlds. As you can see here, we do have several Dark Worlds available at Rare, making them pretty accessible, plus Gold, one of the bigger payoffs, at Super Rare, which is not particularly hard to get. We also have Pot of Avarice, which is an actual good card, and of course, Junior Superstar BES Tetrin, very excited about that, and we even have potential to find some crazy-ass Elemental Hero fusions to get some payoff for our Miracle Fusion strategy. Other than that, there's not a ton of stuff in this set. Hydrogeddon is very relevant, that's an actual good card. Couple more Dark Worlds and stuff. But what I'm really hoping to get a strategy for at some point is this. Boss Rush. A BES support card that is absolutely terrible and holy fuck, I would like to make work. Let's see if our polls are gonna facilitate that.
With that in mind, let's look at our first pack of the day, Elemental Energy. Get used to hearing me say this, but a lot of these cards are useless even with our ban list. As far as playability goes, the number one thing I am looking for today is Dark Worlds. That is the 4 Dark World monsters that are sitting in front of me, and maybe a Pot of Avarice, because that kind of works with them. One of these Dark World Lightnings, and one of these Gateway to Dark Worlds. What Dark Worlds are essentially is discard them from the hand, not as a cost, and they get a really good effect. Dark World Lightning aims to use that by discarding it, and then also getting the Dark World Lightning effect, and Gateway to the Dark World can monster reborn your Dark Worlds once they are in the graveyard. There are some Elemental Hero fusions I would not mind getting, chief among them Elemental Hero Wild Edge. We have a couple of Miracle fusion, Elemental Hero Blade Edge is a decent monster by itself, and Elemental Hero Wild Heart is actually kind of neat because I can stick an equip card on it and very few things can get past it. Chthonian Blast is a pretty good means of destroying monsters in our format. For the most part though, it is just a worse version of Michizure. Still waiting for Sophie to ban that one, and by that I mean I'm waiting for myself to draw a single copy of it in either of the last 2 games where I was playing 3 copies of it. I hate my life. And then is there anything else I really want to talk about right now? No, not really. There are other things in this pack that we might play, but only if we have to scrape the bottom of the barrel. So let's go ahead and just start opening, see where we are at for today.
Alright, here we are, pack number 1. Show me the sauce! Oh, I didn't pull Flame Wingman. Oh, can you imagine how insane this would be if I had pulled a Flame Wingman? That is so sad. I might literally use my, in-between game packs from today to go back and open Lost Millennium just to try and get Flame Wingman so I can summon this. That is so cool. What? God is telling me that it's time to play Elemental Heroes. Tempest. Look at this fucking guy. He's absolutely terrible, but god, it would be cool to summon that guy out. Wild Heart's a good find too for that kind of strategy.
Alright, pack number 1 of Elemental Energy. That's a Gateway to the Dark World, a Dark World Lightning, and an Elemental Hero Wild Heart. Right off the bat, that is 3 cards that we are unironically looking for. Chthonian Soldier at rare is hilarious. This thing is, on every conceivable level, a worse version of Amazonas Swordswoman. I didn't talk about the VW stuff, but I would not mind seeing those ones, actually. Although, I guess they're not very good individually, so maybe not. Rare Jax Knight, that's definitely what we're looking for. And we have Beige Vanguard of the Dark World. This seems to be one of the worst Dark World cards, so I'm not super excited. Oh, but we do have a Scar Scout of the Dark World, which searches our Dark World, so that's at least pretty neat. We don't have that many searchers in our collection.
Oh, yo, there is the first copy of Boss Rush. The funny is beginning to come together. As well as, I believe, my second Hydrogeddon. I really would like 3 of these. It's a really powerful card. And also Odla Muscle, which is unplayable even in Janko Jama strategies, but god, isn't that art just something. A third of the way in, not too much exciting, aside from the wild-ass terrible fusions we found. Wild Heart, I think that's my playset, that card's actually pretty good. And Dark World Lightning, I didn't talk about, but that is back row removal, in a format where most good back row removal is banned. So that is worth considering, legitimately. Oh, wow! And that is the best holo in the set, Pot of Avarice. Wow. This may not be too relevant immediately. I think right now our decks are a little bit too slow to facilitate this. But once we get to the 5Ds era, that'll be crazy.
Infernal Incinerator is just a big dude. Another Infernal Incinerator, another Beige. Alright, we have the V and the W. Now we just need the fusion. That's another Gateway, and that's Brawn, Mad King of the Dark World. That's not terrible, but still not really the stuff we're looking for. So that's gonna be our playset of Scout. I'm also looking at a lot of Dark World Lightnings, and also that is a Chthonian Blast. That will be good for after Michizure gets banned. That is our playset of Dark World Lightning.
We are really just finding all of the terrible holos. Water Dragon is a boss monster not worth the cardboard it is printed on. It can only be summoned using Bonding H2O, which is a card that requires 3 tributes, and does essentially nothing if your opponent isn't on fire monsters. A true GX classic. You know, I haven't really been talking about it, but we've just casually found 3 copies of King's Knight. I don't know how many queens we found, but I know we have at least 1 jack, so we could theoretically play, like, a face card strategy. I have no idea what we would achieve by doing that, but it is a thing we could do, in theory. Oh, Chthonian Blast is a card I'm pretty happy to pick up, actually. This card is like the world's worst removal spell, but in a GX world where we've banned a bunch of good removal, this might actually be worth playing. Yo! There it is! The boy! BES Tetran, Junior Breaker the Magical Warrior itself. Ugh, I might have to play that just for the funny. And hey, it's more support for the god-awful Boss Rush strat. Oh, and a silver too. That's a really sick Dark World payoff, but I don't know that we've gotten quite enough to play the deck, sadly. Though now that I say that, a Brow coming in does make Dark World much better. And also, I gotta say, I really appreciate owning this card, because goddamn, Brow is thick. What the fuck are those thighs? Ultimate Rare Chthonian Alliance is funny, but that card is terrible. Can we find anything else wacky in the close? Maybe another terrible hero fusion? I mean, we can't, but Double Brow is actually pretty solid. I might need to reconsider Dark World. All in all, that was a really good Elemental Energy pull. We got an Avarice, we got all of our Hydrogeddons, we got a bunch of funny jank. I got no complaints.
Sylvia, Warlord of Dark World. That is a pretty good pickup. The text on this card is incomprehensible gobbledygook. So basically what you need to know is if I discard it from my hand to the graveyard, I get to special summon it. It's a big 2300 dude. I think we can summon it from the graveyard with Gateway of the Dark World. We might have to look at this. That is the playset of Gateway to Dark World. This is going to be a Hydrogeddon. We have a lot of equip cards in our collection, so picking up multiple copies of Hydrogeddon would actually be quite nice. So that's going to be a VW Tiger Catapult. We should probably look at this strategy. And in pack 23, we get a Pot of Avarice. That's actually a really good card. I'm thinking that a lot of these games are going to run a little long, so it actually is really nice to have this in our collection. That's not a bad pull in the next to final pack, and let's see if we can get anything else sexy in the final pack. No. Wait, this card is an out to Sophie's Moki Monarch deck. Let's go.
And moving right along, our next set is Shadow of Infinity. And speaking of semi-playable jank, oh baby, we got more incoming. We have all of the Sacred Beasts at Ultimate Rare. Those are maybe too hard to make work, even for me, but I might try. And at Super Rare, we have Covered Core, one of the best BES payoffs for Boss Rush, Ruin and Demise, 2 incredibly strong Ritual monsters, and then at Rare, we have some just good cards. Treeborn Frog needs no introduction, and I think this card being in the format is gonna make specifically Treeborn plus Dark Dust Spirit into the strat to beat. That's an incredibly powerful resource loop that we are gonna have trouble dealing with, and Karma Cut also is an insane monster removal trap card. We also have like Chainsaw Knight, or Chainsaw Insect, which is a big dude but is pretty bad, and then at common there really is not much to speak of. There's some funny insect stuff, I suppose, but none of it's really any good. No hero garbage. Really the only thing we care about at common is End of the World if we pull Demise.
Shadow of Infinity. Boy, oh boy, this is a rough one. This pack includes the Sacred Beast monsters, which we're not playing under any circumstances, and Cyber Laser Dragon, which we wouldn't play even if we did pull the Sidra. And these are the fucking ultra rares. We've got some interesting stuff at Super Rare. In particular, Demise King of Armageddon is a house of a card. Pay 2,000 life points to destroy all cards on the field. That being said, it may not be the choice I'm looking for until I get some better ways of summoning it just than its generic ritual card, because just using a generic ritual card to summon a ritual monster makes you go minus quite a lot. Adhesive Explosive is removal. It is somewhat slow removal, but it is removal nonetheless. Chainsaw Insect can exist as a 2400 attack dude, although we probably won't play it because it will let Sophie draw cards. Doomdozer is a big guy who can be summoned easy if you're playing insects. Treeborn Frog is maybe the best individual card in this pack. It can recycle itself from the graveyard every turn you don't have any spell or trap cards in your zone. Karma Cut's some of the best generic removal we've yet seen in the GX era. Karma Cut is good because it works on problematic monsters. Like if Sophie has a Treeborn Frog, I can Karma Cut it and stop the recycling. And I have a lot of trouble caring about much of any of the rest of this, although hats off to Super Junior Confrontation, the namesake after the biggest junior format tournament that we hold. Alright, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for a Treeborn Frog. Let's load Shadow of Infinity.
And there's pack number 1, and wow, Ancient Gear Castle right off the bat. I'm pretty sure I have an Ancient Gear Golem from last episode, right? That could be some sauce. Oh, Damage Condenser is a really cool one. This card, when you take damage, lets you summon a monster from your deck with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. You can do some really janky combos with this. Happy to have it. And also, yo, that Super Junior Confrontation, the card named after the hit asynchronous tournament series hosted in the Junior Discord by yours truly at the end of every year. That's crazy.
Anteater Eating Ant, fucking absurd name for a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I kind of like this effect, it's pretty nifty. If Sophie does get on some sort of stall bullshit, this is a neat way to just eat her back row. Ooh, that's a Doomdozer. Yeah, so we gotta be playing a bunch of insects to make this card summonable, but it is just a big guy, and possibly very difficult to out. Karma Cut. I like to see that. That is going to be very nice to have on hand. Alright, so we've got Ruin Queen of Oblivion. This card has a double attack effect, but only 2300 attack to use it. Although we did pull a couple copies of this ritual spell, and I think we have some of those 10,000 hand fellas, so it might be worth looking into. Oh, I didn't even see. Second Karma Cut. That's actually great.
There it is. Tree-born Frog. Would really love to find 3 copies of this guy, because holy, this card is really good. Oh, wow, what a pack. That is the second copy of Treeborn, and more importantly, it's Ruin, Queen of Oblivion. So Ruin is quite a bit weaker than Demise, but still a very strong visual pair that I'll consider playing. Another really good pack. Damage Condenser number 2 is a lot of fun, and my first Karma Cut, absolutely love to see it. Also, shoutouts to Gokipon, by the way. Card's not good at all, but he looks like he's just having such a great time. And that brings us to the halfway point, and with it comes the Treeborn Frog playset. Oh my god. I don't know if I can pass up playing some kind of tribute strategy now. Triple Treeborn is unbelievable luck.
Woo! Alrighty, a little bit going on in this pack. Uriah, Lord of Searing Flame, is our ultra rare. This thing is almost the devil number, just to show you that it hasn't seen a whole lot of play over the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Treeborn Frog, however, is a great card that has seen a lot of play. That's the second Doomdozer. We got a proto-cyber dragon just to give me a fucking consolation prize, I guess. We are on the last pack. Let's see if we can get anything cute. Oop. Oh, that's the second Treeborn Frog. That's fantastic. Holy shit, this opening was great. Yeah, so Elemental Energy was a little bit whatever, but there wasn't really too much I was looking for anyway. Shadow of Infinity, we got 2 Treeborn Frog, 2 Doomdozer, 2 Karma Cut. Yeah, I feel good about my pulls today, and I'm very excited for deck building. I will see y'all in Dueling Book.
Second Ancient Gear Castle is really interesting. I'm gonna have to look back at the Ancient Gears we have, because if we have a decent number, this card is really crazy. And in glorious ultimate rare, there is the second copy of Karma Cut. I would love 3 of this, but honestly I can't get greedy. I've already gotten incredibly lucky in this opening. Let's see if we can pull out anything in the clothes. The third karma cut, or maybe a demise, is pretty much all I can ask for at this point. Will we be able to find it, or are we just gonna end with some random comments? It is looking like we are. And so we will, I guess anti-adhesive explosive is technically something, but that is just fine. I think we've done really good on pulls today. We have obtained all of the jank, and I could not be more excited to build with it. Let's go brew up some sauce. Surprise, surprise, I am bringing frog monarchs today. Kind of? Sort of? Let's talk through it. So obviously I have to play my 3 Treeborn Frog. This card is just too insanely strong to pass up. I'm gonna play that with a triple Dark Dust Spirit, just a game-winning combination with Treeborn, as well as my one of Pestilos. But that's not quite enough tributes, I don't think, right? Frog Monarch really wants a lot of guys to tribute. So naturally, in that slot, I am playing Death Frog. Now, if for some reason you aren't familiar with the most powerful frog of all, Death Frog, when tribute summoned, summons other Death Frogs from deck up to the number of TADPOLEs in your graveyard. TADPOLE is this little sperm-looking fella who is a 0/0 who, when destroyed by battle, adds any numbers of other copies of itself from your deck to your hand. That makes this card pretty decent. It's a floater that maintains card advantage, which lets us play a bunch of discard cards. I'm running Back to Square One and Karma Cut, which are monster removal for a discard. Dark World Lightning, back row removal for a discard. Damage Condenser, swarming for a discard. All of that is enabled by TADPOLE, as well as Treeborn Frog, which we want to be sending from hand to grave anyway. Pair that up with a few other generic good monsters, Hydrageddon for punishing recruiters and getting more tribute fodder on the board, a couple of decent Dark Worlds, which we can pitch off of Lightning to get value, Decoity to keep up cards. You get, I think, a pretty powerful tribute engine with the potential to do some good old froggy swarming. We're backing those up with one copy of Death Croaking, which is just a field nuke if you control 3 Death Frog. Will be very funny if we pull that off. One creature swap as additional removal to make use of our tiny monsters. 2 hammer shot just in case we don't have a discard. One salvage. This card gets back copies of Treeborn, Mother Grizzly, and TADPOLE, which isn't great, but does give us more discard fodder. Share the Pain, very funny with Treeborn, so I'm trying it out. And then one Damage Condenser that I mentioned, the 2 Karma Cut, and triple Spiritual Water Art Owie, a crazy card with Treeborn Frog that lets you discard a card out of your opponent's hand. Then we have some cards in the side deck too. Berserk Gorilla and Steam Rider here, just in case some of our main deck stuff doesn't work and we need to go to a bit more of a beatdown plan. Drillroid to beat Recruiters, Wombat to beat Burn, Spiritualism to beat back row, and Zero Gravity to beat aggro. So, I'm sure this is not the best way I could be playing frogs, but when have I ever played something the best way? If I manage to resolve Death Croaking, I think I just win the series. So let's try and make it happen.
So, Sophie.
Jesse?
The other day, I was at the water cooler, and my friend Bobette, they asked me, Jess, how did you come to have the best progression series on YouTube? Like, how did you do it?
That is such a good question.
I responded with, you know, Bobette, the thing about it is that we just don't make mistakes here. We don't make misplays. We always build our deck most optimally. We always read our cards, and we have never in the history of the world had to re-record anything for any reason. I would say that's how I came to have the best progression series on YouTube. You know, just don't fuck anything up ever, and that is what we are doing here for sure.
Yeah, that's so true. You know, we've never made a mistake. I have never once in my life put a banned card in my deck, and anyone who says otherwise is trying to slander me and ruin my good name.
That's true. Exactly. Anybody who tries to imply that you've made some mistakes, anybody who's trying to hammer that point in, I think they are just transphobic. And, I think they're just shooting their shot. And I don't think we need that in this space.
That's so true. I could not agree more with all of those words you just said.
Hey, starting off with the rock paper scissors, I'm going to consider this karma for a thing that definitely did not happen.
I don't know what you mean. Nothing happened.
Exactly.
What's going on?
Alrighty, good luck and have fun.
Oh, alright. I kind of fuck with this hand. It's a little saucy. And by that I mean it's a set one pass kind of hand.
Alright, speaking of hands I fuck with, I am going to go right ahead and pitch a Thunder Dragon, and we will go ahead and add 2 copies of good old Thunder Dragon to the hand.
Yo, you're going +1? That's basically part of green. Crazy.
You're not wrong about that. I am going to set 1, set 2, and pass. Dark World Dealings just doesn't exist. It's not a card. Dark World Lightning. For some reason, I always get Lightning and Dealings mixed up, which is confusing because they're not particularly similar names and don't do particularly similar things.
Every spell card is the same, I guess. Yeah, I'm not doing anything exciting, sorry to say. I'm just gonna set another guy and set another back row with it. And I suppose I'll pass on that.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get this party started. I am going to flip summon the Magical Merchant.
Oh my god, we're merging.
We are merching. This little sweet insect man is gonna sell us some products. Oh well, there goes the DDS. Ooh.
Hey,
that
whoa.
is a good one.
Hmm.
So I know I
Where did you get the idea
said
to put that card in?
I know I said that Dark World Lightning doesn't exist, but sometimes we're proven wrong. We're always pitching a Thunder Dragon. I just need to think about like which of these cards I want to hit. Yeah, we'll go with the first card you set.
I don't love that, but I guess I will do this now. I will Spiritual Water Art, stacking the Mother Grizzly you targeted.
Okay, I didn't know the Spiritual Art cards could target face down cards. That is good information.
Yep, effects that require you to tribute a specific type can tribute face down cards.
Gotcha. So get a look at my saucy hand. I think there's
Insect
probably
Knight.
You're taking Insect Knight?
No, I'm just terrified of his unmatched battle prowess.
I was going to say I think there's a pretty obvious choice here.
Alright, let me write this down. Let me do a little bit of cheating according to Konami tournament policy.
Konami never wants us to take notes at any time. They just want us to memorize novel-length Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That's actually so true. Yeah, it has to be Thessalos. I can't let you keep that with a monster on board.
And I also, it's not great for me because I flip summon the merchant into attack mode with the intention of triggering
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So, that's not my favorite thing in the world, but, we will go ahead and prowess the battle in a way that is unmatched. Is it another Mother Grizzly are we looking at?
No, it's a funky little friend of mine known as Treeborn Frog.
Okay. Merchant attack!
Ow!
We'll go to main phase 2. I will set 1 card and pass it back to you.
Alright, draw for turn. Standby phase, Treeborn will make an appearance.
Sounds good to me.
And main phase... This is why I could not let you resolve Thessalos.
That's frustrating. This is a really fun, interactive card. I am gonna Michizure.
Yeah. Oh, that's not the right button. Well, at least it's gone now, but... that's still like a +2 interaction. I love Doctor Spirit. This card's busted as hell.
Alright, we're gonna normal summon the Troop Dragon and attack directly.
I'm pretty sure you have played more copies of Troop Dragon in this series than any other duelist in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh!
You are probably right about that. There's probably not been a format where Troop Dragon has been better than the format that we have created.
That is so true. Can you remind me, does zero gravity affect only face-up monsters, or is it all monsters?
It's face-up monsters.
That's good to know. Okay, I'll definitely do this. I am going to set a mysterious monster and end my turn.
Okay. Well, that's a really suspicious thing that you just said, so we're gonna go ahead and just reveal the face-down monster.
Beautiful. You played right into my hands. You have destroyed my Padpole.
Oh no,
Triggering its
whatever,
effect.
whatever will I do?
To add 2 copies of Tadpole to my hand.
I am just thoroughly owned at this point.
You really are.
You know what else is a thorough own is Karma Cut, pitching Thunder Dragon, targeting Treeborn Frog.
Yeah, that's not great for me. I can't say I'm a fan of that, I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, that's rough. I just have to set one and pass in that case.
Okay, we'll attack into this. It might just be another tadpole.
So the thing about me is I'm the greatest player alive, and I did top deck the second Treeborn that turn.
Fucking hell on earth. Cool. That is great by me. Passing it back to you.
Alright, stand by, let's bring back the boy. Enter main phase, and... yes, I am so happy to tell you, I think it's happening. The first step to it happening is I'm gonna back to square one, pitch a Tadpole, target Troop Dragon.
Okay, to the top of deck my Troop Dragon shall go.
And now I'm gonna sack off Treeborn Frog to summon the strongest monster in my deck, Death Frog!
Oh
and
my
because
goodness.
I have 2 copies of Tadpole in my graveyard, I can summon 2 copies of Death Frog from my deck.
Holy fuck, that's a lot of frogs.
I am going to summon a Death Frog in attack position, and a Death Frog in defense position.
Well, you sniffed it out. We've got the 0 gravity.
Yeah. And you know what? It's not super high value, but I'm never gonna get another chance to activate this. Behold my death stroking!
You fool! I will chain rush recklessly, target your defense position, Death Frog.
Incredible. Well, now that your board has been wiped by my frog's horrific screeching, I suppose I'll swing in for some damage here. Wah!
Okay.
Now how will you possibly defeat my legion of froggy boys?
We will start with this. I'm going to back to square one myself, pitching the last Thunder Dragon. We'll go ahead and have you have less monsters on the field and blank your next draw. And Death Frog, thankfully, is not a card that can summon itself from the graveyard, so hopefully I will at least be safe from battle damage next turn, but...
One would hope. Stand by. Treeborn.
Okay.
Main phase. It's coming back, baby. The frog trio is reassembled.
Very happy for you.
I love them so much. My 3 best friends.
Alright, that's going to be a Troop Dragon.
Damn,
and
that's crazy.
I'm gonna use my powers of deduction to assume you are attacking the second troop dragon,
Oh my god, you're so smart. How did you know?
and then you will likely, because I'm a genius, be attacking the third troop dragon.
That's just what you know me so well, Jess. That's just what I wanted to do.
Okay, we will set 1 and pass.
Draw for John. I suppose we will bring back the little tree frog boy. And I guess we might as well just try to do a bunch of damage here. Here's Mama.
Hello, mother.
If this face-down card is your best friend, dragon dwelling in the cave, I will shit myself.
It is not my best friend, but it's my second best friend, Flying Kamakiri number 1.
Ah!
Alright, so in that case, we... I mean, we're always just going to start off with the, other Flying Kamakiri. You could get, value off of Mother Grizzly, but... oh, nope, okay.
Don't need that shit.
Okay, now you get to see the, spicy payoff that I am playing for my Flying Kamakiri number 1. I am going to special summon the strongest monster in my deck, Suzuki Samurai number 4.
Oh, fuck. Wait, fuck.
Alright, go ahead, get ready to flip some coins.
Unfortunately, what you don't understand about me is that I've never lost a coin toss in my life. Go, Mother Grizzly! Commit murder!
Alright, heads always shreds.
Boss, it's always tails. Oh, apparently it was heads this time. That's fine. That's fine. I don't need that, Mother Grizzly. I attacked with that one first to get the bad luck out of the way, and now this attack goes through every time.
Alright, this one is gonna be tails. It's always a tails.
Oh, it's heads this time, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I told you.
That was not in my favor. That's okay. We got rid of the Mother Grizzly, and in the end, doesn't that make me a winner?
I still have so many frogs.
You do have frogs, and unfortunately, I am indeed dead on board. What can I say? You outvalued me in the game of frogs, and also the fucking DDS didn't hurt.
That guy's kinda good, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he is. Alright, let's go ahead and open our packs.
Alright, I forgot what it's staying in call for this now.
I mean, like, we can. It doesn't really matter. I think it might just be easier.
Okay, I get 4 of these fishes, right?
Yes, you are the winner. I guess we should stay in call so that I can remind you not to open packs if you lose game 2.
True. Yeah, by the way, I will say, kind of a dub for you that we'll be doing pack openings if we do another ban episode, because last time I did pull the 3rd brain control.
You really do either get, 0 of the good cards or 3 of the good cards. There's, like, no in-between.
Ooh, that's funny. That is so true.
Pack simulator, custom draft mode. We will be opening, 7 copies of Legend of the Blue-Eyed Dragon.
Yes, 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 yes!
I do not like the sound of that.
Yes, yes, I just pulled the greatest card of all time. You're fucked. It's all over. Oh, what a beautiful piece of cardboard. Oh, let's fucking go. Oh. I'm literally shitting and farting right now.
Alright, I would like to be going second this time. It's not a bad one. We're gonna go ahead and set 1.
What? Didn't you just say? Wait a second. Didn't you literally just say these words to me?
For some reason, I have goldfish brain when it comes specifically to whenever I choose to go second, and then I, like, see some shiny cardboard in front of me.
Ah, that's so fast. You're just too excited to normal summon Insect Knight, I understand. I don't fucking know. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set... What am I setting? We're gonna set this funky little friend and pass the turn.
Alright. We will set, this McJigger. We will set that McJigger.
You want a lot of McJiggin'.
You will never be beating me with Storm Shooter, that's for sure.
God, that's so true. We're playing around it optimally. Standby main. I think it's time to do a boop. And even a little bit of a boop. And that's gonna be it.
So, I am gonna go... And I'm also gonna go...
I like those. Those are some good ones. I like those a lot.
I am very happy with my sounds.
Wow. Got a lot of really exciting stuff happening this game.
Yeah, the thing about our decks is that they either go all the way off or not at all.
Yeah. I suppose I will make a little bit of something happen. Behold a train.
Chugga chugga advantage, motherfucker.
Boop. Alright, that one's not the worst draw. You know what? I'm not a fucking coward. I want to start attacking stuff. I want normal summon Mama.
Mama. That is fine by me.
Mama just killed a frog. Which one of these is scarier? Do you want to just, like, tell me which one of these I could attack? Like, which one of them should I be more scared of, do you think?
I mean, like, they both have Moki Moki on the cover, so I'm fucking terrified of both.
Yeah. What's up with the first one?
Very prophetic. You will be killing a frog.
Frog! R.I.P. Frog. Whoa.
And this one is gonna be the Merchant.
Oh, so I see.
That's another Merchant. That is a Michazure.
I mean, that's a pretty good one to have, huh? That's not a bad Yu-Gi-Oh card.
No, it is not.
Main phase 2, I'm gonna throw down a face down and pass the turn down.
Bit of a weird one.
One of them funky ones.
I think the move here is probably just to pass.
Most intriguing. Most intriguing indeed. Well, I don't know that I have much exciting to do, but at least we can try and deal a bit of damage. Hwah!
Yeah, I'll take this damage.
Whee!
Mother Grizzly is going to protect her cubs by punching me in the face.
That's so true. Her cub is Tadpole. It's a mixed race couple.
I am not a fan of these draws. Well, I guess we can't wait on this forever. I am going to banish 2 insect-type monsters.
Yo?
And
Yo?
we're gonna go ahead and summon the fucking Doomdozer. Do you have a response?
Yo. Summon of Doom Dozer is fine.
Alright, I am gonna get into this train.
That is not fine. I will comma cut hitching DDS.
Oh. That's lame. Goodbye, Doomdozer.
I'm sorry. I had to do what I had to do.
Alright, we will set 1, pass it back to you.
That's a funny draw. It's an amusing one. Fuck it, let us go into battle. Weh.
Okay.
Wow.
And cool.
Yeah, I am shocked I'm hitting with all of these.
Fucking goddamn hell. Cool. Even when we, like, actually play a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you, like, play actual, like, legal cards, I just can't stop bricking, unfortunately.
Unfortunate indeed. I mean, I'll try for it. But
Yeah, on
that had to be coming
on
eventually.
battle phase, we're gonna, keep ourselves alive for a little bit.
Seems like a good thing to do.
So we are going to We're gonna Dark World Lightning, pitching this back to square one and targeting that face down card.
I need to think about that. I think that's actually fine. I don't need this yet.
Okay. And then we will try to match your battle prowess with yet another Insect Knight.
A terrifying man.
We'll go to battle phase. Try to hit your train.
That is fine, unfortunately.
We're gonna set another one and pass it back to you.
Stand by main. What do you have back there? I know one of those is Mitchazure. What are the others? There's like probably another Zero Grav or something. Yeah, I mean, I think I do need to do the smart play here, which is back to square one, pitch Silver. Try to spin back the Insect Knight.
That's certainly annoying, but not much I can do about it.
Yeah, sadly Silver does not trigger here, because it was discarded for cost, and not by an effect, but we can still try for game. I'll put Grizz to attack, and I'll run out Hydrogeddon.
Okay.
Battle.
I have a Karma Cut for the Mother Grizzly.
That makes sense. I will still send in Hydro for 16, though, if you will allow it.
Good to me.
Alright.
As they say, it could have been anything.
It literally could have. Alright, I'll take 3. Not happy about it.
Not happy about it, she says, about 7,000 life points ahead of me.
Yeah, I could be more ahead. This one is a thinker. Actually not very much of a thinker at all. I have to do this, unfortunately. I will stack off Tadpole for DDS.
Alright, well, you do know that I have the Mitch's Array, so, not much is happening.
Yeah, it makes it a lot less good, unfortunately, but...
Christ of my God!
That is a terrible draw. Hopefully this guy gets there. I have Hydrogeddon. Oh, boy, oh boy.
I made a mistake by setting Spiritual Wind Dart early because I was trying to bait out a Dark World Lightning. And I wasn't like, if I had been summoning the Treeborn Frog every turn, I would have been better off, unfortunately.
Yeah, your back row got a little clogged there, which kind of made things difficult. I would have had a much harder time sinking in damage if there was a little froggy boy every turn.
So we are going to be banning Dark Dust Spirit, and
that's crazy.
And in addition to that, I am going to be banning your copy of Creature Swap.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, this card may or may not have been relevant in the match that didn't happen. It's a pretty good one.
It may or may not have been relevant in the only game that Sophie won fairly last time we did this.
Hey, technically I only cheated in one of the games.
You cheated in 2 of the games.
Okay, but in the second one we noticed and we didn't... Or did we resolve it? I don't remember.
No, so in the second game, we, in the second game where you used it, we, let it resolve because at that point, I just was so depressed about how the game was going, and I had already lost the match, so I didn't care. But, like, looking back on it, I should have cared because I would have been very much still in game 1 if we had caught the hammer shot, and I probably would have had more turns in game 3 if I had not let you resolve the hammer shot.
No, I'm glad I was able to win with the deck, though, without cheating, because, like, I do legitimately think this deck was just absurdly strong. Like, it's so good.
Yeah, it is a good deck. I cannot draw a fucking monster to save my life, but you do have triple DDS.
Yeah. And I almost forgot that I get one ban, too, which I need to fire off here. And I think really the thing that makes by far the most sense is that you have 3 Mitchazure and I have 1. So that seems like a pretty obvious target.
I have been waiting for you to make that ban for fucking ages. Yeah, that is obviously the ban here. Yeah, okay. I do want to do a game 3 against you because I do think that my deck is a lot better than it's shown in. At least I, like, managed to keep things going for more than 10 minutes this time around, but I do want to get another opportunity.
I don't want to think too hard about what I'm opening. Now I know now I get to open packs. I won. I know how this works. Yo, I got my 7th copy of Tadpole. You're fucked. It's over for you.
It's not the 6th one, it's the 7th one.
Yeah. Literally nothing.
Alrighty, I am hosting.
Let me go take the band cards out of my deck real quick, like.
Ooh, good plan. Do I have any ban cards? No, you didn't. There is a certain card that you banned in the episode that didn't happen that you did not ban in this version. So
I mean, I did just ban Michizure.
yeah, I did take that one out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, what the fuck am I tributing for now? What the fuck 1 tributes do I have? Hold up a second. Level 6 monsters. Level 6 monster. Oh, I could play one of those. That would be funny.
Wait, are you looking in your side deck?
Oh, right. Right, we need to be sided. You know, I maybe should have sided level 6s, assuming GBS will get banned, huh? That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's
really
not an issue
cannot
to me.
go a single episode without trying to cheat. My goodness.
Oh, wait, I'm being
You already won the episode. What are you doing?
What about it? I love cheating. What can I say? It's my favorite hobby. Alright, I am coming. I'm coming in hot.
Alright, I am hosting cold. Wait, I'm hosting in advanced.
I was wondering. I mean, my deck might be advanced legal. Like, we banned all of the crazy banned cards.
Yeah, we are at that point where, like, a lot of the decks that we're playing would just be like, we could come up to a 2022 tournament with them.
And maybe I should.
Alrighty. Wait. I may or
Did we
may
not hit save, perhaps?
I may or may not have been running a troop DDS of my own.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. It's okay. It's okay. You've gotten your chance to cheat. I have to get mine in occasionally as well.
That's true. You get a ton also, you know? It can't just be a me thing.
That's a shame too. I'm gonna be going second again. That's a
Yeah.
shame too because like my hand was quite good and like replace the DDS with like another 6 and my hand would still be good.
That's so valid.
Yeah, we will see how this goes.
See, so I think I know you're on Dark World Lightning. And you haven't shown me many ways to deal with the face-up monster as compared to that, so I'm actually gonna run out the Mother Grizzly in attack position.
Okay.
And we are gonna throw 1, 2 back row. Pass it back.
I'm just gonna set 1 and pass.
Oh. Truly the play of this episode. Stand by, man.
Cool.
And you know what? We're just going straight to combat. Blah.
Here's the actual play of this episode. It's the Frog.
Rogue! Alright, Frog is a little scary. I am going to set... And No, I'm just gonna pass. We're just gonna...
Okay, I am going to set 1.
What do you like, the Frog?
Oh, I would love to Frog. Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm. Anytime.
Frog is gonna be chillin'.
I'll draw. Oh, that is a crazy draw.
It's
That is a
Dark
crazy,
World
insane
Lightning, I'm
draw.
assuming.
Something close to it. I'm gonna flip up the Koichi first.
Okay.
That's not a bad one either, but I think this is better. Hydrogeddon.
Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Let's go to battle. I guess we might as well be safest and hit into the Treeborn Frog first.
Okay.
This will trigger Hydrogeddon, allowing me to summon his best friend, Hydrogeddon 2.
Alrighty.
Second Hydrogeddon goes in.
We've got a merchant.
Alright, time to march.
You do get another Hydrogeddon, though.
Oh, I be Hydrogeddon, a Hydrogeddon, let me tell you.
Very well done.
Yo, is that little wing god?
Listen, when you are trying to find 1,500 or less attack wind monsters in this format, it would have beat the fucking Hydrogeddon.
It would have.
It's
I'll go
actually,
in
Little
for-
Wingard is actually kind of good in this format because I can just switch it to attack every turn and then
So
switch it
true.
to defense at the end of my turn.
It's a goofy little guy.
You are gonna get him with a fair bit of
14,
damage.
14, 16.
Alrighty.
Main phase 2. I'm gonna set one more and pass it back. Draw phase
Okay.
water out. Sack Hydrogeddon.
I didn't want you to see this hand. The good news is that you definitely cannot take all of this from me.
Oh my god, we're dozing!
We are indeed dozing.
We are dooming and dozing. Okay, interesting. So you have one insect engraved right now. You can set another.
And
For
if
the
you
awkward
and
thing
if
here.
if you spiritual water art any of my monsters, I will be able to throw down a Doom Dozer.
Alright. I'm sorry, but unfortunately the correct play here is for me to be mean. I'm gonna owie send Doomdozer.
I don't give a shit about that.
On resolution, owie tribute Hydrogeddon, send Doomdozer.
Oh, well fuck. God, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Awesome. Great. Well, we're gonna normal summon a Flying Kamakiri number 1.
And do you want to bring back Treeborn?
I do want to bring back Treeborn. Oop. And we'll go into battle phase, take out your Dekoichi.
Is that fine? Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, we will trigger Flying Kamakiri to summon Flying Kamakiri. We are... yeah, we might as well just get this moving and grooving.
Sounds good.
Who resolves first here? Is that going to be...
You are Chain Link 1 because you're a turn player, so I resolve first.
Okay.
I don't even care about going through Grizzlies, I'm just going straight into Treeborn.
Alright, in that case, I am going to go into my Suzuki Armor number 2, number 4, and we'll go ahead and attack. The coin flip is mandatory, so I actually want to get this wrong so I can sink in some battle damage.
Alright, this does actually matter.
Yeah, so, what do I think this is not going to be? Your favorite is Tails, so, I am going to say Tails. No, I called it right!
Tails would never betray me.
Alright, that is fine. Your board is looking a lot clearer now, so that at least, like, I am sad about losing both Doom Dozers, but it is cool that, like, you don't have an OTK-able amount of monsters on the board now. So, we're gonna set 1 and set 2, and send it back.
I'm gonna draw for turn, and then I think... Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. In my own draw phase, I am gonna Karma Cut, pitch back to square 1, banish the Treeborn.
Okay, that's fine.
Then I can go to standby, bring back my own Treeborn. I'll enter main. And I am gonna activate the worst fucking card in my deck, Share the Pain.
god, this is fucking obnoxious. Okay.
Cut off this Asuke. So I know those back row are rush recklessly zero grav. I guess I might as well try to force zero gravity. This doesn't quite game, but it's a lot of damage. Heals Drillroid.
Drillroid is actually... yeah, okay, that's fine.
We'll battle. I will attack with Drillroid.
That is fine.
And Hydrogeddon.
Alrighty.
Alright, we're holding on to the zero grav.
We are going to set one and pass it back.
Could quite literally be anything.
Wait, can I do a different thing?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm
right ahead.
actually gonna set this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise you're
Oh.
good to go.
Wow. Crazy. I guess we're going for a try, right? I will go straight to battle. We will send in Drillroid. Trigger the effect.
You will not be
Zero
triggering
grav
the
on attack
effect.
deck. Okay. Oh, yeah, this was actually a misplay. I was supposed to summon the Treeborn and attack. But that's fine. Main phase 2, I'll just put the Hydrogeddon back to attack and pass.
Alrighty, we are going to pitch Thunder Dragon to go ahead and grab 2 Thunder Dragons to
Huh?
the hand.
Quite the collection.
And this is not a good play, but unfortunately it is my only play. I am going to tribute Troop Dragon to normal summon Thunder Dragon.
Oh, this is so bad.
We'll go to battle phase. The problem is I also set the wrong thing. You know I have the magical merchant. I was thinking about like trying to stick another monster on the board, but like you can still just Drillroid into either of these things. Main phase 2 and I guess we will just pass it here.
The standby will bring back Forg and Domain. So the set is a known rush recklessly. Guess I need to force it out. I'll go to battle and attack with Gudden.
Ooh, look at that!
Damn, that's crazy. I'll just follow that up with a good old set and pass.
Alright, so we are going to set 1, set 2, and pass.
Alright, playing it a little slow. Be a bit of an awkward board state for me. I am gonna run out Drillroid number 2.
Well, I hate that. Drillroid is fine.
I will attempt to attack the face down.
I guess we will, Karma Cut, pitching the other Thundra, and go for the Drillroid.
Sure, that makes sense, I think. Second Drillroid in.
It had to be fucking Drillroid.
Had to be Drillroid. I'll just pass on that. Find something that can hit in. I cannot. I think I actually need to do this. I'm gonna flip summon Tadpole.
Fascinating, alright.
I would attempt to crash the Tadpole.
I don't give a shit about this, sure.
Fantastic. I will search 2 more copies of Tadpole.
Cool.
I promise there is a reason I have to do this, which will at some point become apparent.
I'm
but
assuming
not yet.
just like a Karma Cut situation, something along those lines.
Something like that. I will put Drillroid in defense, I will set 1, and I'll pass.
Okay, I am going to set 1 and pass.
Right, I will draw... Alright, that is pretty good. I think I can finally go for it here. I'm gonna Dark World Lightning, targeting the monster.
It is a tree-born frog.
That is not bad. And this is why I had to crash the tadpole, is so I can salvage target tadpole Mother Grizzly.
Ah, you really just don't have any other way to finish me off. That's so funny.
I'm sitting on tadpole treeborn, and I can't deal 400. It's terrible.
I cannot believe this Thunder Dragon has lasted me this long.
I'm about to drill right to attack, run out Grizz.
Alright, that's fine by me.
I'll go to battle, I would attempt to crash Drillroid.
Well, this continues to be the highest value Thunder Dragon of all time. I'm gonna fucking Rising Energy, pitching it back to square one. And
God.
we'll take out the goddamn Drillroid.
I can't beat this fucking Thundra. What is going on?
We will grab a Treeborn Frog. Do you have any water monsters in your deck other than like Tadpoles and Treeborns? I think the move is probably to just get in with Thunder Dragon so you have less board presence. Even 1400 is a very strange amount of attack points to be worried about, but that is where we're at. I'm gonna set one and pass.
I will draw. And unfortunately, I do have it now. I'll switch my Grizzly to defense position and activate Zero Gravity.
Okay, well, yeah.
Whoa.
Well, that was a better game, but it still wasn't very good.
It was, dude, like, I am kind of glad we got to see this happen because it didn't game one. Hydra is an insane fucking card in our format. It's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, like we're in a format where
it's more, honestly, Hydrogeddon didn't win you this game. Double Spiritual Water Art did. Otherwise, I would have had ways to, like you were down to 2,500.
Yeah.
This looked like a blowout at first, but I actually did pretty well for myself, and there are a lot of ways that I could have closed it out if you hadn't been able to take out both of my goddamn Doom Dozers before I got to play the game.
And on the other hand, the reason I was able to double water out is because Hydrogeddon got me a bunch of free waters, so it was a team effort, I think, between those two cards. God, that Thundra fucking tried. It tried its absolute best.
There were a million cards that it would have been better for me to draw than the fucking Thundra. I am playing, like, I didn't see, in a game where, like, I don't think you summoned a single monster with more than 1,600 attack points, I didn't see a single goddamn one of my, Insect Knights.
Yeah, I legitimately think my deck for this episode is just almost unbeatable in this format. Like, Treeborn Frog is crazy. There's just 15 random water support cards that just read win the game for some reason. So you know, from the episode we didn't record, that I pulled Shining Flare Wingman.
Wait, did you get the fucking Flame Wingman?
This episode, I opened Lost Millennium in between games, and I did pull the Flame Wingman.
I was so worried that you, after, like, this disaster of a game for me, you were going to be like, so Jess, guess what? I'm gonna stick a fucking Cyber Dragon on your ass. But no, it's actually based shit. Okay, I can deal with a fucking Flame Wingman.
No, listen. So, let me just tell you, I'm gonna have to pull Insane next episode to convince me not to jam the worst hero deck you've seen in your entire life.
Why would... Okay, but I feel... Next episode is a suspect time to do the hero deck, because we are going to be opening all of the Banisher cards that ever existed. And surely the, like, hero strategy is to, like, resolve Miracle Fusion, right?
Don't even worry. I'm gonna make it work. Do not doubt. I will be summoning Shining Flare Wingman.
I wish you luck. I do want that for you. I would rather lose to Shining Flare Wingman than fucking Tadpole. All right. Well, thank you for joining us all today. If you enjoy this content, like, subscribe, go subscribe to Sophie, and we will see you next time for the. What are the names of the next few packs?
Oh god, I knew this before. I have since forgotten it. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna be so fast about it. Don't you even worry. We're finding it right now.
It's okay.
Right
It's
this
okay. We'll
second.
cut this all
Right this
out.
instant. What the fuck is it? What did we just opened? Sorry, we just opened Shadow of Infinity. It is Enemy of Justice and Power of the Duelist, which introduce Macro and D-Fisher, Mausoleum of the Emperor, and almost nothing else relevant. Actually, wait. Forced Back is in here. Forced Back is crazy, actually. Yo, wait, no. Enemy of Justice introduces a bunch of new hero support. Yo,
Okay, so
and the other set introduces Future Fusion. Oh, you're fucked. I'm summoning Flame Wingman, turn 1 every game. Let's go.
If you pull enough copies of Ultra Rare Future Fusion to resolve it, I'm quitting the series.
Is Future Fusion high rarity?
I thought it was. If it's not high rarity, then Konami are fucking insane.
Future Fusion is a rare.
What the fuck? Future Fusion is one of the strongest cards ever printed. That doesn't make any sense. That's one of the funny things about the GX packs. It's not just that most of the cards are bad, it's that Konami doesn't actively doesn't seem to understand what the best cards in each individual pack are.
Yeah, it's wild.
Uh
Like, you don't get the fusion for 2 turns. That's terrible.
we balanced it. See, you don't get to summon the fusion monster. Painful choice isn't a thing to be afraid of, right?
That is so very true.
Well, y'all can look forward to that next time. Thank you and goodbye. I think that is a good summary of everything. I was a little bit hesitant on this idea because personally I think that sometimes if a deck is so weak that it needs one specific card or it falls apart, sometimes those decks deserve to just fall, but I can also respect this way of doing things as well.
I know that things seem bad, but they could be much worse. There's always someone else who has a greater curse, a greater